Okay everyone, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy VII. Last episode we completed the Wutai side quest, with the exception of one part of it that we can't do right now that we'll do much later in the game. And this episode we're going to continue on with the story and head to the Gold Saucer. Now you might be wondering, why do you know that you need to go to the Gold Saucer? Well, if you go to the weapons seller who we got Eris's ultimate limit break from, you can ask him about the Keystone. He sold it already, to tell the truth. He didn't really want to sell it, but that guy had a way about him that made you feel like it may not be a good idea to not sell it to him. And the manager of the Gold Saucer, I think he said his name was Dio. That's how you need to know that you need to go to the Gold Saucer and see Dio. Now, Dio kind of like runs the battle square. So, I'm going to hop back in the Tiny Bronco. And we're just going to go a little bit down this river. And let's see here. Can I get out here? Nope. Okay, apparently we're just going over here. So to get to the Gold Saucer, you have to go all the way back. Like I was saying, you gotta head to the west and then go north. And that's to get to North Coral, because that's the only way to get to the Gold Saucer. Now, I have Sid and Eris with me right now. Like I was saying, I have Sid and Eris with me. I'm not going to bother to show the materia setups, because there's really only one fight that I'm going to show. And that's because, like I said, there's only one fight I'm going to show, and I'm actually going to throw the fight, and you'll see why when it comes time. So, we're in North Coral. We don't need anything here except for the use of their inn, which is up here in case you forget. Run in here, pay this guy $50. Okay, and now that we're all healed up, we can exit the inn. And we can head off to the Gold Saucer, I think they call it Raceway, Airway, something like that. It does seem kind of odd that the one entrance to, like, this huge, like, casino party place is in this really shitty, rundown town. Like, you would think that since it's one entrance to the Gold Saucer, and the Gold Saucer is so popular, that maybe the town around it would have been built up? I don't know. Whatever. So, we're going to head on in case you haven't gotten a lifetime pass right now, or up until this point, if you haven't gotten a lifetime pass, you should have enough gil now that you can do it. So we're going to want to head down into the battle square. And don't fret if you want to see more of the Gold Saucer. We will be spending a lot of time here later in the game. So if we go up here, we can go into Dio's showroom. And apparently that materia looking item is the Keystone. And Dio walks up to us just wearing a thong. Luckily we don't have to do a second cross-dressing part of this game. And he's not just going to let us borrow it, we have to prove that we're worthy of it, basically. So he wants us to entertain him, which means taking part in the Battle Square side quest. Okay. So this is the Battle Square. We'll be doing this later to get Cloud's ultimate limit break, the W summon materia, and the final attack materia. So the way the Battle Square works is it's you basically taking on an enemy or a group of enemies, and once you defeat an enemy, there will be a spinning dial that'll basically give you a handicap. So let's take out these guys with Beta. They're all done. See ya, bye. Okay. So you're going to say keep going. Slot start. So That's half our MP, and that's the way the battle square works, is that you get progressively worse and worse handicaps, which make it more difficult to beat the enemies, I guess you'd say, in the battle square. And these... I hate these bastards. So we're going to be spending a lot of time in the battle square later to get Cloud's ultimate limit break, but that's, like I said later, it's when we're more powerful, and it's when we can, more of the handicaps will not harm us as much. So I'm going to defeat these guys right here, and then I think I'm just going to let the next enemy that I encounter kill me, because the battle points that you acquire in doing this for Dio, they don't count to anything. And you can't get any items even if you defeat it. So you see 12 battle points. The battle points get more and more and more, because the enemies get harder the more levels you go. So time times 30 damage. Whatever. So... well, I guess I'll just keep showing it. Oh, I'm gonna turn to stone. So there, I got... death sentence. So, whatever. It's not that big of a deal. You can lose this after the first round and Dio will still give you the Keystone. So like I said, that's just a real quick look at the battle arena. We're gonna be spending a lot of time here in the future. One of the reasons is right now, the prizes that we want, they're really expensive as far as battle points go. And you need 10 GP points to play the battle square, and I only have 30. We're going to get a lot of GP points with Chocobo Racing later, and by that point in time, it won't cost as much to get the items that I want. So we got the Keystone, and we can move on, so just head back to station. And we'll just run back to the railway car. Talk to this guy and see what's up. The tram is out of order. So, what do you want us to do? Why don't you fix it so we can leave? Okay, and we can't leave till it's fixed, and luckily Kate Sith comes bouncing out. Oh yeah, it happens. So we're going to have to spend a night at the Ghost Hotel, which is the one, apparently the one hotel on in the Gold Saucer. So Kate Sith's going to want a recap of what's going on, because he wasn't here in the beginning. Likewise Sid, and Vincent. Barrett, I've been here since the beginning, and I still don't know what the hell's going on either. So we'll give it a shot, we'll tell him what's going on. We're going after Sephiroth, who Shinra's also going after, and they're also going after us. And Sephiroth is seeking the Promised Land. And that's pretty much it. It's a land full of Mako energy. Eris says the Cetros will return to the Promised Land, a land that promises boundless joy. Barrett, you've heard her talk of Cetra before. Eris says you don't know where it is, but you feel it, and that's how you eventually know that you've found it. Remember, Eris is an ancient, or at least part ancient. She should be able to feel the Promised Land. Yeah, that's pretty much it, and Shinra's going after him and us as well. The Black Materia. Yeah, well, that was probably Sephiroth. We will encounter the black materia. We will not be able to equip it, however. Yep, that's why you're red 13. Didn't we already cover this? Hojo. We're definitely not done with Hojo. Yeah, we read that when we were at Nibelheim. Pretty sure he was trying to clone Sephiroth. Pretty sure that's what the whole deal was. Just too confusing. Let's just go after Sephiroth. Yeah, even now I don't understand everything about the black materia. So everyone decides, let's get some shut-eye. No, you'll be a good doggy. Yeah, be strong, Red 13. Yeah, and our bad situation's not going to get much better in the near future. So Vincent says, let's go back to our rooms, and Sid's already sleeping in the chair. Okay, and this is apparently our dungeon room in the Ghost Inn. And it's time for the dating sequence. Now, depending on your answers to what Eris and Tifa say to you, there's 3 possible options. Either 1, you'll have a date with Eris if you have more affection with Eris, like I apparently did. 2, you'll have a date with Tifa if you have more affection with Tifa. Or if you're mean to both of them, you'll have a date with Barrett. A lot of people on the playthroughs go for the date with Barrett. I don't care. I just figured, whatever. So Eris says, let's go on a date, and you have no choice, but you get dragged along. So she's going to push you out of the room, and the first thing we're going to do is take part in a play. So we have to head to Event Square and take part in the play. Now, like I said, they're going to make us take part in the play. You can go along with it. We're the 100th couple, so that's why we get to take part in the play. It's a lot more fun if you actually just screw around in it, so that's what I'm going to do. An evil shadow appeared in the peaceful kingdom of Galdia. Princess Rosa was kidnapped by the evil Dragon King, Valvados. What will become of her? So, Cloud's the legendary hero Alfred, and that's just like a knight of the kingdom. Cloud checking his time, or pointing at himself with his polygon Popeye arms. Talk to one who can help you. talk to the wizard. We'll see what the wizard has to say. Let's know the princess's measurements. And there's Eris playing the female lead. Pretty sure EDK is Evil Dragon King. You dare ignore the Evil Dragon King? And Eris will get mad at you for screwing up, and she'll take care of business. What did the five fingers say to the face? Yeah, so do what you want. I just like screwing it up because it makes Eris more badass. If you wind up going on the date with Barrett, you don't get the play part. However, you do get a gondola ride, and I think it's pretty sure it's like Game Shark only, but you can go on the date with Yuffie, Vincent, Sid, Red, or Kate Sith, I guess. But I think it's Game Shark only. I've never attempted it. And if you press your X button, Cloud will apparently do sit-ups on the bench. And that's a chocobo race right there. Like I said, we will definitely be taking part in that later in the game. Yeah, the Gold Saucer's a pretty awesome area. And now Eris is going to talk about how we look exactly like her old boyfriend, Zack. And we'll learn more about Zack. If you remember when we went to Gangaga Village, we talked to Zack's parents. At least I think we did. We'll learn more about Zack later in the game. Some really cryptic words by Eris there. Unfortunately, too soon we'll figure out what they mean. Yep, next time we come, we'll take our time and we'll go on more rides. Eris decides to call it a night, and we're gonna head back to the hotel. Huh. What's Kate Sith doing? Oh, apparently he took the Keystone from us. So now we gotta chase him all over the Gold Saucer. So first follow him to the battle square. And he's going to the speed square. Oh, I went to Ghost Hotel. So that was my mistake. You want to go to the speed square to find him next. You can see him. He hopped down there to the Wonder Square. Now, no matter what you do, you actually can't catch him. Huh, I wonder where he is, like hiding behind this huge chocobo. So, there he goes. Now follow him to Chocobo Racing Square. Like I said, we'll spend a lot of time here later. And you can chase him all the way up here. Like I said, you cannot catch him. It's impossible. Get back here, you rat-faced bastard. And he's going to give the Keystone to the Turks. Oh, there's that dickbag T-Seg. And off they go. Now, this part's really odd. I don't think this part would fly in 2016. Oh yeah, by the way, I was a spy hired by Shinra to infiltrate you. Couldn't help it. What do you mean, how about if we go on like nothing ever happened? What are you, high? Well, we should. Yep, turns out Kate Sith isn't actually a living creature. It's a robot cat, and it's someone back at Shinra headquarters who's actually controlling that cat. So you're really just forced to basically take Kate Sith on like nothing happened. And he wants to join us because our way of life bothers him. He doesn't get... He says, we don't get paid, you don't get praise, yet you still risk your lives and continue on your journey. He doesn't really get altruism, it seems. And Cloud says, I don't want to take you on, but Kate Sith does have an ace in his pocket. Yep, that's Marlene. Apparently he took Eris's mom and Marlene hostage. And we just have to let him go. And that's... I don't really get this part of the game, but whatever. I don't think there's anything we can get in here. Nope. Alright, so we're just going to leave now and head back to the station, because once the date scene's over, the tram car will be fixed. East towards the sea, we should be able to find the Temple of the Ancients. So that's why I already have Eris ready for my party. And the game says Tifa. I'm gonna, once again, continue to take Sid. I wonder if Tifa... I didn't notice Tifa had her back to us. I wonder if she's pouting that she's not going. Alright, so just go back to the station. Say goodbye to the gold saucer for now. Like I said, I'll be spending a lot of time here later. So, just get back on the railway car, and this will take us back to the village of North Coral. So, basically, I'm just going to meet you guys back at where the tiny Bronco is. I showed the whole way to get to North Coral, so I shouldn't really have to show the way back. Basically, you're going to head south, and then a little bit east to get to the tiny Bronco, at least where I left it. Okay, so I got the tiny Bronco, and Kate Sith said head east by the sea. Well, we're going east. Can't go any further, so we'll go around this deeper part of the water, and I think if we head up here, maybe? Yep, right here. You can see off in the distance is that ziggurat. That is the Temple of the Ancients, so we'll just run towards it. And by the way, if you haven't acquired Yuffie yet, you can run around in this forest. So like I was saying, if you haven't encountered Yuffie yet, you can encounter her in this forest. And also, you gotta watch out for these little bug-like things that'll attack you. They'll put Berserk on you, and they can put Sadness on you, so just watch out for that. So I'm just gonna run closer to the ziggurat, and I'm gonna leave this episode here for today. There's a lot to do in the Temple of the Ancients. We're gonna get a materia that's gonna allow us to absolutely just max out our character stats later in the game, and we're gonna get a accessory item which will make the eventual battle at the battle square at the Gold Saucer much, much easier. So, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Smash that thumbs up if you like it.